start of football season on the island of Sodor, and everyone was busy. Coaches were full of passengers, and the Fat Controller had to call 2 engines back down from Great Waterton. He'd called Stepney and Flora back from Great Waterton to pick up some passengers. "All right, you two," said the Fat Controller. "Stepney, I need you to go and pick up the football players from Dryor Station and take them down to the Sodor Stadium. You can't delay, as they need to be delivered on time, or the game can't go ahead." "Okay, sir. I'll see you later, Flora," said Stepney as he quickly puffed away. Flora smiled. "What about me, sir?" "Flora, you have the most important job of all. I'm tasking you with taking the football fans from Knapford Station all the way down to the football field and to Sodor Stadium. Can I count on you to do that?" Of course you can, sir. You can count on me. Although you'll need some more coaches. Rosie, gets Flora some coaches. On it, sir." So Rosie pulled out 3 fancy-looking coaches. The coaches looked shiny, but Flora did not very happy. As Rosie quickly pulled them down and shunted them onto the line next to her. "All right, Flora, here you go." "I don't need them," said Flora. "My double-decker coach can hold all the passengers." "But there's more passengers than just that many." But Flora didn't care as she rolled into Knapford Station and picked up the passengers. "See you all later at the football games. Go team!" cried Flora as she left the station. Rosie sighed as Stafford rolled out of the yard. "That's not good. She's probably going to get herself into trouble," said Stafford. "I'll call for some help." "On it," chuckled Rosie as she puffed away. Flora pulled into the first station. It was filled with passengers. As they all climbed in, Bulgy was waiting. "Come on, everyone out, everyone out. I know you like taking the trains more than me, which, in my eyes, is ridiculous. Roads are better. Rails can't get you from A to B. I could get you on the football pitch for all you care." "Oh, don't be silly, Bulgy. You little bus couldn't carry all them passengers." "Neither could your little puny coach. It's a double-decker, like me. Basically the same amount of seats." "My coach is special," said Flora. "You just don't know it. I think you're jealous." "All right." Off to the next station, and Flora rolled away, although her remark was going to be foreshadowed soon. As she rolled through every single station, Flora trundled into Brendam Docks. Her coach was already starting to feel full. As she rolled into the station, more passengers climbed on. "Oh, morning, Flora. Are you sure all the passengers are going to fit in that small coach?" "My coach isn't small, and its wheels are really strong. It can carry all these passengers double the amount." "Mrs. Flora, I think you should be careful," said Toad. "I know engines who think their coaches are really strong, and then they break. You don't want to get a sore axle, Mrs. Flora," said Toad as he got pulled away by Oliver. Flora grumbled. "They're just jealous. They wish they could pull such a fancy train like me. Right, one more trip to Knapford and then we can go straight to the Sodor Stadium," said Flora as she quickly trundled away. Flora arrived in Knapford Station. "Oh, at least there's no passengers here." But as soon as she said that, she heard Caitlin's whistle, and in flew Caitlin. She pulled to a stop. "Oh, hello, Flora. I've got some passengers for you. I went all the way to the mainland to collect even more passengers for the football game. They're really excited." Flora looked a bit worried as she saw hordes of passengers clamber into her coach. The guard struggled to shut the door, but with a slam, it shut. Flora pulled forwards, and after a bit of struggle, she set off. I'm going. I'm going to deliver the passengers," she said cheerfully. Flora was almost at the track to take her home. She stopped at one more station, but as she turned around the corner, there was a funny sound. With a sizzle and a pop, there was a crack, and the back wheel of Flora's coach gave way. "Oh dear, the axles snapped," said Flora. As she looked back at her coach, Flora looked sad as angry hordes of passengers walked over and started complaining to her. "What a silly railway. You should have kept an eye on your loading gauge." Flora's driver tried to calm them all down, but none of them were listening. "We're going to miss the football game. I can't miss watching my kids play. Oh, this is ridiculous. I wanted to see my team win. No, my team was going to win." Everyone started arguing. "Help!" cried Flora. Luckily, she heard a whistle as Stepney pulled past. "Stepney, help!" said Flora. Stepney applied his brakes. "Oh, hi, Flora, what's happened?" "Oh, Stepney, my axle broke on my coach. I took too many passengers. Your coach is empty." "Yeah, I've just dropped off the football players. I'll be able to fit all the passengers in these babies if I just reverse back." So everyone excitedly clambered in. "I'll take your passengers. You go and get Harvey to go and pick up your coach and then meet me at the football stadium," said Stepney as he quickly backed up down the line. Flora agreed and quickly puffed away to go and find Harvey to fix her coat. The football game had started as Flora rolled in. The fat controller turned from watching the game and walked over to Flora. "Flora, I thought I could trust you to take a simple task with passengers. You should have kept an eye on your coach loading gauge." "I'm sorry, sir, but I wanted to do a good job. I never get to pull passengers on the main line." "And that's the reason why. You need to keep an eye on these things, Flora. Something worse could have happened instead of a burst axle. Your coach could have fallen straight off the rails and caused a serious accident." "I'm sorry, sir." "Because of your punishment, I'm sending you to work in the yard for a few days, as your coach will be in the works." But, sir, tram engines don't shunt." "I don't care, Flora. Hopefully this will learn you to respect coaches." Flora sighed as she stared over at the football game. As someone shouted, "Goal!" Everyone cheered.